Welcome back to Perspective, where we seek to understand our stories, gain perspective, and grow together.
Yes. So today we wanted to come and talk about things that we are in the midst of learning and understanding,
Yes.
and acknowledge the fact that we are definitely not experts, but we wanted to be vulnerable and open kind of about what we're learning and what we've been challenged with.
So there's so much conversation right now around racism, oppression, injustice in our world, because obviously if you're paying attention to anything that's happening, there's so much devastation happening. And I think we really wanted to be able to discuss what's happening and have a safe conversation and help us realize that the first place to start is listening.
Like, we need to listen to each other. We need to hear what's being said. We need to hear the hurt that's being shared, the stories that are being shared that we don't understand because we haven't experienced them.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's a time of listening, learning, becoming aware of kind of what comes up inside of ourselves of is there a defense? Is there like fear? Like, what is it? And just become aware of that.
Yep.
And that will start to be like, stepping back to be like, what have I been taught? What have I learned?
Yeah.
And doing that with like an open heart.
Seek to understand and seek to listen instead of seek to respond. So that's a huge part of this is we want to listen, we want to hear, we want to understand, we want to grow, because obviously we are two white women who don't have the understanding of what it's like to be Black in society. We don't know what that's like. But we don't want the inequality that's happening. We don't want the injustice that's happening. And we want to be a part of the solution, not a part of the problem. And we don't have all the answers. We don't know fully what that looks like. But we want to try. And we want to try to support those we love and create a more unified world instead of a divided world where people have to be afraid to go running or to drive and be pulled over by a cop.
We have so much to learn. And so the point is that we're imperfect and we're growing. So I encourage you guys to just read a book or read a post or follow somebody new and like start to gain perspective of other people's stories. Mm-hmm. And so we're listing a few resources below. That's definitely not, there's so many other resources. So I encourage you to dive into more understanding and more learning. Yeah. And we're here learning right with you. And
we believe it starts with listening, hearing, reflecting on yourself, what you're believing, what you grew up with, what like unconscious things that are adding to kind of the society and the issues, because we kind of all have them. And sorry, but nobody's perfect. Like, we all have stuff. Yeah. And so recognizing, just allowing yourself to actually reflect on what that looks like. Check out the comments below, check out the resources and links. And if you have any thoughts, comments, we would love to hear them. Thanks so much for joining, and we look forward to hearing from you.